Sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360. This is the basic we use to solve the problem. So a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d, 4 terms in AP because they mentioned they are in arithmetic progression. The angles in radians as well as angles in degrees. What is the basic? Sum of the angles in a quadrilateral is exactly 360 degrees. But one of the angle is negative. So if angle is negative, we are going anti-clockwise. You can take 360 minus theta to get the required angle. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of angles and trigonometric functions. In that we'll study angles. So now in exercise 13.1, the angle 3F, the angles of a quadrilateral are in arithmetic progression, the greatest of which is the double of the least. Express the angles in degrees and in radians. Dear students, in order to solve this, the first basic is sum of angles in a quadrilateral. See, what is sum of angles in a quadrilateral? Sum of angles in a quadrilateral is, what is the sum of angles? It is exactly 360. Sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360. This is the basic we use to solve the problem. So now they told they are in AP. You know, quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. It will have four different angles. So now four different angles are there. So but the four angles are in AP. That's why let us assume if four terms are in AP, we'll take them as what? Let A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D be the angles. Be the angles of quadrilateral. This is our assumption. So we have to take quadrilateral. We will take four quadrilateral angles like this. So dear students, if you want to take four consecutive terms in AP, take them as A minus 3, A minus D, A plus D. They differ by 2D. 2D is the difference. So they have common difference. Now, sum of the angles, you know the basic. What is the basic? Sum of the angles of quadrilateral means A minus D plus A minus D plus A plus D plus A plus 3D. Sum of all the angles of quadrilateral is equal to what? 360 degrees. So now simplify this. In order to simplify, we'll cancel minus 3D and plus 3D. We'll cancel minus D and plus D. So now we are left out with A plus A, 2A plus A, 3A plus A, 4A. 4A is exactly 360 degrees. From this, get the value of A. A will become 360 degrees divided by 4. So 4 ones are 4 90s, so 90 degrees. So now you got the value of A. A is what? 90 degrees using the basic. What is the basic? Assuming four terms in arithmetic progression. So A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. Four terms in AP because they mentioned they are in arithmetic progression. And you know one more basic. What is the basic? Sum of the angles in a quadrilateral is equal to what? 360 degrees. So when I add A minus 3 plus A minus 3D plus A minus D plus A plus D plus A plus 3D should be equal to what? 360. Solving this, you will get A. What is A? The variable here. Now further we need to find D to find all the angles. For that they gave another hint. What is that? The greatest of which is double the least. See here, dear students, least is A minus 3D, greatest is A plus 3D. So they gave greatest means what? A plus 3D is double. Double means what? 2 times. Least A minus 3D. So this is given. So they gave a statement. For that statement, write the equation. What is the statement they give? Greatest of which is double the least. So greatest of which means A plus 3D is means equal to A minus 3D. So A, you know, that is 90 degrees plus 3D is equal to 2 times 90 minus 3D. Simplify this further. 90 degrees plus 3D is equal to 9 to the 180 degree minus 6D. Bring 60 to LHS. So 6D plus 3D is equal to 180 minus 90. So 6D plus 3D becomes 9D. 9D is equal to 180 minus 9. 180 minus 90, 180 minus 90 is what? 90 degrees. Now D is equal to 90 degrees divided by 9. 990 it will become 90 by 9 is 10 degrees. You got the value of D. So now you know A is 90 degrees and you also got the D value, and the D value is 10 degrees. Therefore, the angles in degrees, angles are, what are the angles? A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus 3D and A plus D. So now substitute the values. A means 90, 90 minus 3 times 10, comma 90 minus 10, comma 90 plus 3 times 10, comma 90 plus 10. So 90 minus 3 times 10 is 90 minus 60. 90 minus 10 is what? 80 degrees. 90 plus 30. Sorry, 90 minus 3 times 10 is 30. 90 minus 30, 80, 90 plus 30. 90 plus 10 is 100. So 90 minus 30, 60 degrees, 80 degrees and 120 degree and 100 degree. A plus D I have arranged in the other way. So now arrange it in order. First you write A plus D and then. So therefore the angles are 60, 80, 100 and 120. Write it in order. So now these are the angles. Dear students, we got the angles in degrees. They also want you to find them in radians. Now we'll go ahead to find them in radians. How to find angles in radians? In order to find angles in radians, multiply pi by 180. So now 60 degrees into pi by 180, if you do 60 ones are 60, 3s are, it will be pi by 3, and 80 degrees into pi by 180 if you do, so 0, 0 cancels, and 2 4s are 8 and 2 9s are, it will be 4 pi by 9. Then the other angle 100 degrees. 100 degrees means what? 100 into pi by 180. 0, 0 cancels, 2 5s are, 2 9s are, 9 pi by 5. And the last angle is 120 degrees. 120 degrees means pi 120 into pi by 180. If you multiply pi by 180, 0, 0 cancel, 6 2s are, 6 3s are, it will be 2 pi by 3. So in radians also we got, therefore in radians the angles are, the first angle is pi by 3, here we got, and the next angle is 4 pi by 9, and then next angle is 9 pi by 5, and then we have 2 pi by 3. These are the angles in what? Radians. So I hope all of you understood the angles in radians as well as angles in degrees. What is the basic? Sum of the angles in a quadrilateral is exactly 360 degrees. And taking 4 consecutive terms as a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d, because they are in AP. This is the hint of the problem. So if you know how to consider 4 terms in AP, then you can solve it. Then the angles of a quadrilateral in AP, the greatest is double the least, express them in radians. It is the same problem but repeated. H is a repeated problem in exercise. Same thing. What is that? A minus D. So just refer this last one. Same. Then the angles of a triangle are in AP, arithmetic progression. The ratio of number of degrees in the least to the number of radians of the greatest is 60 by pi. So they told the ratio of degrees in the least to the number of radians in the greatest. So one is in degree, one is in radians. 60 is to pi. Find the angles of a triangle. See, they mentioned they are in AP. Dear students, you know, if 3 terms are in AP, we'll take the terms as what? A minus D, A plus D. So let us assume, let A minus D, comma A plus D be the angles. Be the angles of triangle. So now you know sum of the angles of triangle. What is the sum of the angles of triangle? 180. So A minus D plus A plus D is exactly how much? 180 degrees. Now minus D plus D cancels. A plus A is 3A. 3A is 180 degrees. and if you simplify, A becomes 180 divided by 3. So 3 ones are 360 degrees. So you got A is what? 60 degrees. One of the angle you got. But the other angles in order to find, they gave a hint. The ratio of number of degrees in the least to the number of radians is 60 by pi, they told. So given least means what? Here least is A minus D by greatest is what? A plus D is 60 by pi. Remember, this is in degree. So if you want to convert, if you want to take in ratio, both should have same angle. That's why what we should do? A minus D divided by A plus D. So denominator is pi. Pi means all of you know, pi means 180 degrees. So instead of pi, I'm writing this. Now you can divide 0, 0 cancels. And A value also, you know, A is 60. 60 minus D by 60 plus D is equal to 6 ones are 6 threes are. So now simplify. So dear students, they gave ratio. Ratio means what? Divided by least. Least means A minus D. Greatest is what? A plus D is 60 degrees by pi. But ratio means both should have same unit. So that's why instead of pi, I am taking 180 degrees. After you simplify, 6 by 18 is 1 by 3. And A value we got in the last case. What is A? We got 60. I am substituting in it. Now rearrange. So cross multiply. You'll get 3 into 60 minus D is equal to 1 into 60 plus D. Further you simplify, 3 into 60 is 180 minus 3D is equal to 60 plus D. Rearrange, 180 minus 60 is equal to 4D, and this will be 120. 120 is equal to 4D, or D is equal to 120 divided by 4. So 4 30s. So you got common difference as what? Exactly 30 degrees. So now you can write the angles. So therefore the angles are, what are the angles we assume? A minus D, A plus D. What is A? 60. 60 minus 30, 30 degrees, sorry, 60 degrees, and 60 plus 30 degrees. And A value and D value are substituting. 60 minus 30 is 30 degrees, and then this is 60 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. These are the angles. That's it. I hope all of you understood the angles. So now we got the angles, that is 30, 60 and 90. Now they want you to write them in radians also. So now in radians, 30 degrees means how to convert it into radians? Multiply pi by 180. If you multiply pi by 180, 0, 0 cancels, 3 ones are 3 6, it is pi by 6. And the other one is 60 degrees. 60 degrees means 60 into pi by 180 if you do. So 0, 0 cancel, 6 ones are 6 threes, that is pi by 3. And then the other angle is 90 degrees. 90 means pi by 2, or 90 into pi by 180 if you do. So 90 ones are 90, twos are, so pi by 2. So angles in radians they want, we can write them. Angles in radians are, all are standard angles. Angles in radians are pi by 6, pi by 3, pi by 2. So now sum of the angles, if you do, you will get 180. What is the basic to solve this problem? Sum of the angles is 180, and they told the least, ratio of least. So ratio means divided by least to the greatest. So least to the greatest is given. Least means out of 3 terms, A minus D, A plus D, least is A minus D, and greatest is A plus D. So A minus D by A plus D is 60 degrees by pi. Remember, whenever you want to take ratio, both the antecedent and consequent both should have same unit, but one is in degree, one is in radian. So you know, all of you know, pi is equal to what? 180 degrees. So instead of pi radians, you write it in degrees, then you take ratio, you'll get the required values. I hope all of you understood this. Then the angles of a triangle are in AP. Again they told they are in AP, and the greatest angle is 84. Greatest angle is also given. Find the 3 angles in radians is the question. So now let us assume the angles in AP. Let A minus D, A plus D be the angles. And then they told But you know the basic. What is the basic? Sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. If three terms are in AP, you should take A minus D, A plus D, A and A plus D. So now we know that A minus D plus A plus D is exactly 180 degrees. So now minus D plus D cancels and you'll get 3A is equal to 180 degrees. And A is what? 180 divided by 3. So 180 by 3 is what? 60 degrees. So A value you got, one of the angle you got, and they also told the angle, the greatest. So given greatest, they gave what is the greatest value? Greatest is 84 degrees, they told. So greatest means all of you know A plus D. A plus D is called as greatest, that is 84 degree. But you also got the value of A. What is A? 60 degrees plus D is 84 degrees. And get the D value. What is the D value? 84 minus 60. And 84 minus 60 gives you 24 degree. This is D value. Now you got the value of D. Once you get the value of D, substitute the angles. So now A minus D, A plus D are the angles in degrees. Angles are, these are the angles. So A minus D means what? 60 minus, so A is 60, 60 minus D is 24. A is what? 60 degrees and the other one is 60 plus 24 degrees. So 60 minus 24 gives you 36 degrees, 60 degrees, then this will be 84 degrees. There in AP, every term varies by what? 24 degrees. For this, if you add 24, you will get this. For this, if you add 24, you will get that. Now, further are the angles. Are the angles of triangles in what degree? So, now we need in radians. So, in radians, we need to calculate in radians. 36 degrees can be written as 36 into pi by 180. So, now both are divisible. So now 9 4s are 36, 9 20s are, 4 1s are, 4 5s are, so it will be exactly pi by 5. And the other one is 60 degrees, 60 degrees is what? 60 into pi by 180, multiply pi by 180, so 61s are 63s are, it is pi by 3. And the last one is 84 degree, 84 degree can be written as 84 into pi by 180, so now both are divisible by 4, both are divisible by 6. 6 1s are 6, 6 4s are 24, and 6 30s are, again 2 7s are, 2 15s are, so it will be 7 pi by 15. So these are the angles in radians. So they want you to calculate in degrees as well as the radians, we got in both. Now the angles of a triangle are in AP, the greatest is 5 times the least. Find the angles in radians. So let A minus D, comma A plus D be the angles. Now directly we will find in what is called as radians. So that angles. So what we will do, let us say we know that sum of the angles in a triangle A minus D plus A plus D, sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. In spite of that, I will take pi because they want in radians. 180 degrees is what? Pi. Sum of the angles in a triangle is equal to pi radians. So again minus D plus D cancels. So you will have 3A. 3A is pi and A you got A is pi by 3. 60 degrees, that is pi by 3 we got. So solving this we got A value. Now they told greatest is 5 times least. So greatest means what? A plus D. Means is equal to 5 times least means A minus D. So A we know. What is A? Pi by 3. Pi by 3 plus D is equal to 5 times pi by 3 minus D. Solve it and get the value of D. Pi by 3 plus D is equal to 5 pi by 3 minus 5D. So bring 5D to this side, so it will become 6D is equal to 5 pi by 3 minus pi by 3. Further 6 times D is equal to 3 is the LCM, it will become 4 pi by 3. And we need D, D is equal to 4 pi by 3 into 6. 2 2s are 2 3s are. So we will get common difference as 2 pi by 3. Difference is 2 pi by 3. Now this is a common difference, therefore angles are a minus d, a plus d, right? A is what? Pi by 3. A is 60 degrees, that is pi by 3. Minus d, d is what? 2 pi by 3. Simplify this. 3 minus 4, 5 minus 1, 4. A pi by 3. This is pi plus pi by 3. So now taking LCM, it will be minus pi by 3. Pi by 3. And if you take, it will become 4 pi by 3. 60 degrees. And if you add, it will be pi. But one of the angle is negative. So if angle is negative, we are going anti-clockwise. You can take 360 minus theta to get the required angle. So I hope all of you understood this. And the same problem, if you take a minus d plus a plus d is equal to 180, you will get a is 60 degrees, 3a is 180 and a is 60. Further, if you solve greatest is a plus d is 5 times least. If you do this, a is 60 plus d becomes 5 times 60 minus d, that is 60 plus d is equal to 300 minus 5d, bring it 6d is equal to 300 minus 60, d is equal to 240 divided by 6 and 6 ones are 6, 40 degrees, d is 40 and a minus d, a plus d if you do, that is a minus d is what? 60 minus 40, 60 plus 40, that is 60 minus 40 is 20, 60 and 100 degrees you will get. This is in degrees, convert them into radians. So 20 can be written as pi 20 into pi by 180. If you do it, 0 0 cancels, 2 ones are 2 9s, it is pi by 9. The other value is pi by 3. 60 degrees is what? Pi by 3 and 100 degrees means 100 into pi by 180. That will give 0 0 cancels, 2 5s are 2 9s are, so 5 pi by 9. So what are the angles we have? Therefore the angles are pi by 9. One of the angle is pi by 9, the other angle is pi by 3 and the other angle is 5 pi by 9. These are the angles in radians. So if you take this particular equation, pi by 3 is 60 degrees and you can convert and solve. This is better, always convert into degree and further you convert into radians. However you do, you should get the same answer. So now I've done it in what? Degrees, and we converted into what? Radians. How to convert degree to radians? Multiply pi by 180. So I hope all of you understood this. By this I'm done with the important angles. Now we'll go ahead with trigonometric ratios in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.